When you go to approach Old Crow Young Cardinals as a record in the very beginnings, did you get a sense before you even started recording that this would be a very different sounding Alexisonfire record? And was that a scary prospect? And when you think about your fans?
Well, I think if you listen to all of our records, they all sound different, but they all still sound like us, you know? So I think just based on our track record of making records that were different than the last, we knew it was going to be different. But I think what the first day that we really realized it was going to be different was when we were doing pre-production in our jam space in St. Catharines with my cousin, and we had been recording all of the music like on like this little makeshift Pro Tools rig, and then the day came for us to do pre-production on our vocals that we had been coming up with, and we were all sitting there, and George started. He had headphones on, and the way our system was set up, we couldn't hear the playback. It was only you could only hear it through the headphones. So George started singing with just headphones on, and we were all sitting there like, because when we practice, you can't hear the vocals. Our PA system is so bad. So when
still all these years,
still haven't gotten better.
Quite improved in that.
And so we kind of all just like looked at each other like, is that what he's doing? Like this is And then he stopped, and we were kind of like, what's that? And he was like, oh, I've been trying this stuff in my car.
And he felt like we were also blown away.
Yeah.
But he felt really apprehensive, like we didn't like it,
and
he'd done something wrong.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, because I think we were just like all shocked that we didn't really know what to say, and he kind of took it like, he took it like, like we were like bummed, but we were like Wade said, we were just like,
like George was like, I've been driving around singing along to Creedence a lot in my car.
Yeah.
Great.
God bless.
Yeah. And then, so I think that was like the day where it was like, wow, this is really gonna be different, because now, as much as on the other records, like guitar tones changed and like the atmosphere of certain songs changed, but the vocal approach was pretty much the same. But with George doing that, and Wade starting to sing a lot more too, it enabled us to take the three separate voices and really blend them a lot more together on a lot of the songs. Like the best part for me was when people started listening to the record, and you'd read comments on the internet, and they'd be talking about the songs, and they'd be saying like, and Wade Macneil singing this part, but really it was George, or George singing this part, but really it was me screaming, or you know what I mean? So it's like, that was kind of cool just to change it up like that.
It's rare that a band can match the intensity you have on stage on a record that has a lot more sort of droning and haunting rhythms than you've ever had in your history. I think that's a real accomplishment as songwriters, as performers, and musicians as well. You've been able to pull that off, because there are dark moments on this record that match the most chaotic moments on any other Alexisonfire record.
Yeah.
And it's something that just sort of something I've never experienced before, and I think that's a huge credit to you guys on this album.
You know what, too? Our producer Juice is he's really good at like capturing the mood. Like, especially with vocals, I think that's where he really shines for us. Like Nick Blagona, the guy who engineered the record, he was really like important in getting like the tones and stuff for drums and guitars. But when we recorded here at Armory Studios in Vancouver, yep. But when we went back to Juice's farm and did all the vocals, like he really pushes the three of us to like. You get to the point where you get mad at him, because he's like you sing, you're like, fuck yeah, and then he goes, close. And you're like, what do you mean close? That was perfect. And then he plays it for you, and you're like, all right, that wasn't perfect. But he's really good at like, and then you almost start to sing a little bit angrier,
right? Because
he's pissing you off. But he just wants you to sing the best you can. But I think as far as like the dark moments go, like he's really good at bringing that out.